The Mouse in the Hourglass. The mouse sat quietly at the edge of the shelf, its tiny paws gripping the cool wood, eyes wide in concentration. Before it, an hourglass, its glass body glimmering faintly in the light, held the mouse's full attention. Inside, the grains of sand drifted down slowly, one by one, slipping through the narrow neck with a soft, almost hypnotic sound. For days, the mouse had observed the hourglass. It watched as the sand fell, minute by minute, thinking deeply about the flow of time. Every grain that slipped away seemed to carry with it a thought, a feeling. The mouse would sit, lost in the gentle rhythm, contemplating what it all meant. But there was something missing. As the mouse watched the sand fall, it did not act. It simply watched. It had heard the stories from the older mice, tales of daring adventures, of risks taken and rewards earned. But all it could do was sit and study, trapped in its mind, captivated by the passage of time, but too afraid to live it. The sand continued to fall, and the mouse continued to wait. If only I could understand the right time, it thought. If I just watch long enough, I will know what to do. I will know when to act. Days passed. The mouse grew more restless, yet it stayed frozen in place, watching, waiting. The hourglass stood tall beside it, an ever-present reminder of time slipping away. But nothing changed. No action. No adventure. Just the steady fall of the sand. One morning, as the first light of dawn touched the room, the mouse saw something that startled it. The last grain of sand in the hourglass had fallen, and the glass was empty. The mouse blinked, realizing something it had never truly thought of before. Time had passed, and it had done nothing with it. It rushed to the hourglass, its tiny heart pounding in its chest. It turned the glass over, watching as the sand began to fall again. But this time, something was different. The mouse did not simply observe. No, this time it leaped forward. It scurried across the floor, determined to make use of the time that had been slipping through its paws. It darted under furniture, found crumbs, and shared them with others. It ran through fields, learned new paths, and made friends. The mouse realized that time, like the falling sand, was not meant to be studied or feared. It was meant to be lived. And so, from that day on, the mouse no longer watched the hourglass in silence. It lived every moment, knowing that time would always move, whether it moved with it or not. As the mouse grew older, it often glanced at the hourglass. But instead of watching the sand fall, it would smile, knowing that it had filled its own life with far more than the grains of time could ever count. If you enjoyed this story, please like, share, and subscribe to help the channel grow.